place you can get to.
Yeah. Douchebag! 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 Wow.
That's right, folks. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Your microphone is way too close to your mouth. You're like coming out and being screaming. It's our first show here of the Douchebag show.
That's right, folks. First show.
First show of Douchebags. I'm Michael Beck.
And I'm PK, known as...
The Douchebag.
Nope. Known as...
Douchebag.
No, notice as...
We just call him
Batman.
people. You're way so fucking high right now.
What have I done, folks?
What
have I done?
What have you done? I'm not so sure. We're basically going to be doing this little show here that we have for our little podcast for, like every week or two?
No, this is the last day.
This is our first and last show.
Yeah, first and last show ever.
The ratings are a little low.
Yeah, enjoy it, and that's it. We're done.
Enjoy it while you can. We're out of here. We're off to get baked.
We're done.
Now, actually, I wanted to ask your opinion on something, douchebag number 2.
Okay, douchebag number 1.
King of douchebags to you. Thank you. This thing with Ellen that happened this week.
Yeah, well, quit her whining and move on.
Quit her whining. So everyone knows about this thing, right? This is like she went onto her show or something. What happened exactly with this dog thing?
Well,
what happened?
Well, what I heard is A, she's a douchebag, and 2, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Actually, what happened was, I believe what happened was she got this dog from like Mutts and Moms or something like that. It's like an animal rescue shelter, and kept the dog for a couple weeks or something. This is my understanding of the story. They kept the dog for a couple weeks and didn't like the animal or something, and decided to give it to her hairdresser. And her hairdresser's family apparently really fell in love with this dog. And winds up at this Mutts and Moms animal rescue shelter. They have these contracts you're supposed to sign saying that you're not going to give the dog away or anything like that. But so she gave the dog away, douchebag that she is. She gave the dog away, and then they sent cops out to get the dog back. And then Ellen wound up crying on her show or something about this dog.
Yeah, national TV, you know.
On national TV, and it's like. And everybody wonders why Mutts and Moms starts getting death threats and bomb threats and stuff like this. It's like...
Yeah, because all her lesbians friends... Whoops, maybe I don't want to say that. Start a controversy or get in trouble. Get this show banned.
Right. It's not really going to get banned.
You might have to beep that out. But lesbian friends...
Yeah.
Maybe you should beep that out.
Yeah, okay, alright. So, what were you going to say?
Her friends are reuniting for her.
All right, good input. Basically, this Mutts and Moms is like getting death threats as a result of Ellen crying on the show, saying that it was all her fault. Blah blah blah.
Is she?
Please give the dog back, and making them out to be bad guys when in fact it was Ellen that did this. It wasn't Mutts and Moms. I mean, they have policies. You know, they got policies where like they do this for the protection of animals, so that they can screen the people they're giving it to, and so that the people that they actually screen won't give it to some people who they might not have given the dog to, who might harm the dog. So it's like, it's so ridiculous because Ellen's like coming off as being this almost like a victim or something from this thing, but in fact, it's because of her little tirade on national TV that this animal shelter now is getting death threats.
That's right.
She shouldn't have like even said anything on national TV. If she really wanted something to come about, if she really wanted to address it with Mutts and Moms, she should have done it out of the public eye.
Exactly. Closed doors.
Closed doors. Should have said, there's a dog. Should have said, you know, give them a call or something and not gone on national TV with this thing.
Well, she's a douchebag.
There's a
douchebag.
She is a douchebag. But there's no reason for it because that just, you know, it's hurting Mutts and Moms, which to my understanding is actually a pretty good little charity organization. Not charity, but it's a good organization. They save animals, and now they're getting death threats because Ellen was stupid enough to give this dog away to her hairdresser's family.
Exactly. She should have, you know. She's a douchebag, folks. I mean,
she's a douchebag. I agree.
And looks like she could be douchebag of the year. That's right, folks. I have my douchebag awards, and every year, if we're still around, we will give out douchebag awards.
So we won't be around. This is our last show.
Oh, that's right. Oh, anyway, this is our last show. Ladies and gentlemen, douchebag of the year award goes to her. Douchebag.
Goes to Ellen DeGenerate.
That's right.
But I'm not sure if you want to give the douchebag of the award to her or to Britney Spears.
Well, what's going on with Britney Spears now? Another douchebag? Ladies and gentlemen, another douchebag.
There's douchebags all over the place. Yeah, this thing with Britney Spears where she lost custody of her children and now she lost visitation rights this past week. She can't even see her kids.
Oh my God.
Can't even see them.
You know, I won't be surprised the next time you hear about Britney Spears is she jumped.
She jumped. Jumped where?
Jumped off the bridge, whatever. I mean, this is terrible.
Oh, you think she's gonna kill herself?
Well, I mean, all this bad stuff's happening to her. I mean, she's got to take it easy and relax.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a douchebag. What can I say?
She's a douchebag.
She screwed up.
You know, she's screwed up, but I mean, not any more than any other mother, you know, in America. There's so many people out there that are so much worse, and they're thinking, okay, well, let's give Britney Spears' kids to a responsible parent like Kevin Federline. Federline.
Who the hell is that?
That's
who the hell is that guy?
Isn't that like the kid's dad or something? And he's a douchebag. He's not exactly the best role model for kids, is he?
We are being affected by douchebags, people. Douchebags are all over the place.
Well, they're everywhere. It's a country full of douchebags. You know what I mean?
I just can't believe it. Those poor kids.
Yeah, they have to. I can't believe those poor kids either. They got to be freaking raised by Kevin Federline.
They're the victims. You know?
They are victims. But you know, the rest of us are victims as well.
That's right.
You know, I remember last year. Okay, I was doing some Christmas shopping. Okay, and I was in line at this shopping store. I forgot where I was in line at.
You were in the line for the douchebags.
Maybe that's what it was. You know what? I'm going to change my story. I wasn't Christmas shopping. I was grocery shopping around Christmas time. Okay? And in front of me is this mother, okay, with her kid, okay? And her kid is whining and crying that he wants this whistle pop, okay, or something like that. There's a little candy whistle or something that was like sitting on, it was like one of those impulse buy things. It was right there at the cash register.
Yeah, they always get you right there, folks. That's right. They put that stuff there for a reason.
I know you buy them all the time.
Yeah, because I feel trapped. When I bring my car through one of those things, I got to grab the bubble gum.
I don't know if you feel trapped so much as you feel hungry.
Yeah, that's right. Douchebag, folks.
Thank you. So this kid's like whining and crying. He's making a big commotion because he wants this whistle pop thing. So you know what the mom does? Hands him the whistle pop thing, okay? Gives it to him. Because the kid was reaching for it, he couldn't reach it. He was whining and crying. Yeah. So there they are checking out and everything. She's checking out. where the kid's playing with this little.
And he got away with it.
No.
They didn't charge her. Got away with
it.
No. Kid's a criminal.
As soon as they were done, as soon as she was done paying for her shit, you know what she does? She takes the whistle pop thing back and puts it back on the shelf, and the kid starts whining and crying.
Oh my god!
The thing was $1.79.
Oh my god!
If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna like give your kid something to shut him up, don't teach him it's gonna be taken right back away. You know?
Oh my god!
The kid wouldn't stop crying, and I just looked at I looked at that lady. I go, and I thought to myself, I didn't say anything, of course, because that would.
Well, because you're a douchebag. You should have ran after. You should have said, "Hey, here's the $1.75, and give the kid back the whistle."
Yeah.
You should have done that.
But you know, the reason why I didn't do that is because I don't really give a fuck about kids. But I actually saw that.
Folks, that's a douchebag for you. Douchebag.
That's why I have kids, because I don't really like them. But but the kid starts whining and crying even louder. He's screaming as she's pushing him out the door in a shopping cart thing, screaming.
Oh my god!
I'm just thinking. I just looked at myself and like, that is the worst mother in the world.
Exactly.
But then you look at like Britney Spears and stuff, and you're like, okay, well she does drugs or whatever. I guess I don't know if she does or not. She does drugs. She she drinks, she parties. She prefers to do all that instead of being a parent. You know.
Wow.
If you're gonna go all the way, if you're gonna be a parent, you know, you have to be prepared to put the kids in front of yourself, before yourself, don't you? Am I wrong on that one? Douchebag? Are you listening?
I don't know what's wrong with her, folks. She's a douchebag.
I don't know what's wrong with her either. And I agree. She is a douchebag.
She's lost it. I'll never forget coming home from school when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then watching her in that school outfit, dancing around in the school. Wow. And now this?
Are you awake?
Can't believe that.
I can't believe it either. I just cannot believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Can't believe it.
There's that kid who pushed out the door. But yeah, I don't think Kevin Federline is really exactly the role model these kids need. But what do I know? I don't know about kids. I don't know about role models. I was raised without one. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing.
Exactly. Well, folks, thank you. Thank you very much for our first show and our last show. Thank you. You guys have been the best. And we'll see you guys maybe next week. Thank you.
Wow. Douchebag number 2 got a little stoned, I think, before. So what's wrong with you? We still had several topics to talk about.
Oh, we're still on. Okay.
Yeah, we're signing out. You're like signing off. We came on the air less than 15 minutes ago, and now you want to sign off, and we're done with the series.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Sorry for the more punishment. I tried.
I actually got a couple more things I wanted to bring up.
Oh my god.
I know, it seems like it's going on forever, doesn't it?
Somebody give me the gun. Please, they can blow my brains out. Start the new life.
Please, somebody. It sure is.
Yeah, that's right, folks. That's right, folks.
Well, it seems like it's like celebrity news hour, because all I'm doing is talking about celebrities at this point.
Yeah, they're out of control. They're all out of control.
They're all out of control. There's
no fame and drugs. That's what it's all about.
There are no role models that are celebrities.
Exactly.
You know, not like in the good old days when like John Wayne and Humphrey Bogart, those smokers and wife beaters used to be our heroes. I don't understand. Why don't we have those anymore? I don't know why we don't have those anymore. Here we got David Copperfield. You hear about this?
No, I don't know what happened. He's always doing magic, you know. This guy fucking take a rabbit out of his ass, and this guy's amazing.
Yeah, I think the magic trick we're trying to pull now is trying to figure out what the hell the FBI's raiding his warehouses for.
Jesus.
Yeah, the FBI's like raiding. They like searched. They didn't raid. They searched his warehouse or something. His magic warehouse.
Have you ever seen one of his shows?
No, I haven't. But I almost.
So the answer is no.
The answer is no. But I wanted to expand on it a little bit. Let you know that I almost was able to go to one of these warehouses because I have a friend who actually.
How do you almost get to go to a show? I don't understand.
Well, if you'll shut your mouth and let me talk, I'll tell you. It's basically what happened was
Douchebag.
Yes, I had a friend who used to work for David Copperfield.
Oh wow!
And so an ex-girlfriend of mine and I were going to Vegas one weekend, and this friend of mine found out that we were going and said that he could call David and get us a tour of his magic warehouse.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I went out there and everything, and it winds up it wasn't enough notice. David at the time was in Japan or something, so it didn't happen. But instead, we actually got a comp meal over at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
Which was not quite the same thing, but it was all right. You know, free food is always a good thing.
Exactly.
You know, never hurts. But you know, when these FBI guys are I would have liked to have seen when they were searching this warehouse and stuff. Do you think one of them got sawed in half or anything like that? Maybe one of them goes just searching behind a curtain, and the other one pulls the curtain aside, and the cop is gone, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, where are all the cops going? It's magic. They're all disappearing."
I mean, he's got a warehouse of all his tricks.
Yeah.
And that's what's in this big warehouse?
That's what they were. That's my understanding of what they were searching.
And you were going to get to go to a tour in the warehouse?
Yeah.
How big is this warehouse?
It's the size of a warehouse, I guess. I never actually went to it, so I don't know.
Well, he's got all his magic tricks in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be huge.
So what are these FBI guys looking for?
Nobody. All they said was that they talked to David Copperfield, and he gave consent to be searched.
Could it be that he talked to an alien? Maybe he's got an alien hiding there?
You think he's an alien?
No, maybe he's got something hiding. He's hiding something.
Maybe drugs? Or guns? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he's hiding Mexicans there.
Jesus, or something more than that. Maybe he's got an alien back there.
An alien? I don't know if the FBI would make public that they're going to search David Copperfield's warehouse if they were actually searching for an alien body of any type. I don't know if that would actually happen.
Jesus, what's going on?
It's nice to think that might happen.
So, is he in jail or something, or is he still putting shows on right now?
No, he's not in jail, but he is outside the country, I think.
So he still does shows in Vegas?
Sure.
Wow, what hotel?
I don't know, Mirage? I don't know. I don't know where he would do shows, but he does shows in Vegas.
They're really good. I mean, he's a really good magic guy.
Have you ever seen a magic show, like a professional one or anything?
No, I've always tried to get into the Magic Castle.
I got invited to the Magic Castle.
Huh?
I got invited to the Magic Castle.
Let's see if we can get us tickets. Let's go.
I'll see what I can do. When I first moved to Los Angeles about 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Again, it's the same friend who knows David Copperfield.
Oh, okay.
He knew people at the Magic Castle, and he got me he RSVP'd me there and everything. And at the time, I didn't really have any clothes here or anything. It was literally 2 weeks after I moved to LA, and I had no idea what the Magic Castle was or anything. And the guy that I was living with at the time, John, I told John that I got invited to this Magic Castle a couple days after I didn't go to it. And then he was like, "Well, why didn't you go to this thing? It's supposed to be really cool. It's really hard to get in there." And I had no idea that it was that hard to get in.
I've always wanted to go there.
I wish I would have gone now.
You never been there?
No, I never went. I didn't go because after I talked to this friend of mine, he was saying that who was getting me in. He was saying that I had to kind of dress up a little bit, and I didn't have a suit or anything with me at the time.
Okay, well, call him back up till you're ready now.
All right, I'll give him a ring. I'll see what I can. I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
But then we got that show coming up called
Douchebags.
No, what's that show that's coming up on TV? You wanted me to? It's got Chris Angel in it and the other guy. Wake up. It's a Phenomenon.
What's it called?
Phenomenon. You told me about this show.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is something crazy.
What is this? It actually comes on this coming Wednesday.
No, Monday.
No, I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And what is this thing? It's like they're trying to. It's like
It's like a magic show. They compete or something. All these big name guys.
It's American Idol for magicians.
Yeah, there's like this one guy. He can bend like metal or something with his mind.
Yeah.
I forgot what his name is, but these guys like.
What can you bend with your mind?
Nothing.
Sweet. Can you do that for me now? Oh, good job. I see it. Absolutely nothing's happening.
That's right, folks.
But yes, I've been actually learning some magic. I've always liked delusions.
Oh, they're great. I don't know how they trick the mind. It's all about the mind.
Yeah. Sure is.
The hand movement. I don't know what it is, but it's.
They hand you.
I think they're from. If these people know how to do magic, they're from another planet.
They're from where? Another land?
Another planet or something. And I don't know.
I don't know if they're from another planet, but they certainly.
These guys are making elephants disappear. I mean, I watched a show with Chris Angel, and there's this huge open area. He had this big tarp on the floor, and then he put it together.
Yeah.
And he pulled it down. The elephant. Couldn't believe it. Made an elephant reappear.
You know, I watched like that Secret Magic Tricks Revealed or something.
Yeah, that guy's dead, supposedly, I heard.
He's dead. Wasn't it the magician kill him?
Remember that guy, it was like on Fox, and he had that silver mask on or something?
Yeah, it was like the Masked Magician or something.
Yeah, he could never take his mask off.
He's dead?
I don't know.
You heard that he was, though?
It's one of those you heard it first.
They actually showed how they make big things disappear like that. There's a couple of different ways they can do it. Which it's way too hard for me to explain right now, so if you want to email me, I will email you diagrams on how to, on how to make an elephant disappear. Yeah, I got that kind of time on my hands. Yeah. Nobody email me. Nobody email. I'm not going to give that away. Look, watch the show.
Something's wrong, yeah. Something's fishy.
Yeah, you just got to watch the show and you'll see how it's done. But it's, yeah, I've actually, as douchebag number 2 over there can confirm, I've learned a few card tricks, right?
Yeah, well, they're really good card tricks. You got some really good ones.
Thanks. If we ever become like if we ever do like a video show or something, maybe I'll.
You could do it.
I'll do some stupid card tricks for everybody. Another thing I want to bring up this apparently the FDA pulled a whole bunch of children's cold medicine off the shelves. You hear about this? They pulled them all off the shelves like earlier this week, and then a couple days later, I think like on Thursday or Friday of this week, they said that they will no longer be supplying cold medicine for children under 6 years old.
Wow.
So they actually said, like in the article I read, it said that cold medicine doesn't do anything for kids. Now my guess is that
it has to do something. I think the cold medicine has a little bit of alcohol in it, and it knocks them out. You know, and it makes them sleep, and so their body can rest more.
I don't know what it has.
It has to do something because when I was sick, I had that stuff.
I don't know, but all I know is that they're like, I mean, they're talking about kids under 6 years old. Okay, they pull all this stuff from the shelves in one day. Okay. And then a couple days later they say, we pulled it because it doesn't do anything to kids. Now, if that were the case...
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Don't you think that they wouldn't have pulled it so quickly? That they were saying, this does nothing for kids. We don't have to do it this quickly. Why don't we even sell some more so we can make some more money?
Well, they probably did a study from last year or this year's that these kids that are young and they get sick and these parents go to the store and buy them off the shelf and give it to them.
Yeah.
It makes them even more sick and they go to the hospital. I don't know. It could be something about that.
Well, obviously something else is going on with
that.
Something's
happening to the kids. Maybe a couple kids died. Or
that's what I was thinking. Maybe there were a couple of deaths or something, and that would.
Yeah, because these kids, they don't have the right. Some of them are allergic to this pill, allergic to that. You know, it could be a reaction, a bad reaction. That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's too bad. What happens if the kid gets sick? They can't get medicine. They don't have health insurance.
They get nothing.
They get nothing.
They get a blanket.
You know, they might even start buying the adult medicine and give it to the kids.
You know, there's. I mean, this goes back to like the retarded parents we were talking about before. How so many people are bad parents out there who shouldn't be parents. You know, they're going to be like, oh, my kid needs cold medicine. Why don't I just give him a half a dose of the adult stuff?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they'll do.
I mean, if you're going to do that stuff, why pull that stuff off the shelf? Why not reduce the If a kid actually like died or something from the or something terrible happened to him, went to the hospital, reduce the amount of medication there and keep it on the shelves, because at least like this cold medicine on the shelves for kids under 6, it acts as almost like a placebo for the parents. At least you're putting something out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that the parents aren't feeding them adult medication, because that's what they're going to do.
That's right.
These parents, so many parents out there are so piss poor, they're actually going to go out there and just decide, oh, I'll just give you a half of an Advil or something like that.
Yeah, and then the kid's going to get more sick, and then this is really bad.
It was a stupid way to do it, and it seems to me like we're not being told the full story here. And if we are
we never are. We only get bits and bits, or they flip-flop the story.
Right.
Like we did right. Oh, we just realized after 60 years that medicine for the kids under 6 doesn't do anything. That's a bunch of BS. Something's fishy, something's wrong. There's probably some ingredient in there that's making the kids real sick or allergic or something.
Something happened.
Something's wrong.
But then, again, we're not being told the full story, so who knows what's actually going on here. It's a whole... This goes back to, I mean, just... What just irritates me most, and that people don't ask questions. You know, they don't ask the right questions. They ask what kind of medicine is being pulled from the shelf. They're not saying why is this being pulled from the shelf.
Exactly.
Why is the important question. And nobody asks why. Not even me. I don't care. Because I don't like kids, so I don't care. Let them all. Let them all. This is our official children-hating show. This is our children-hating episode.
Well, I like children.
You like children? Oh.
If I ever get married, hopefully I'll have a couple kids. A couple kids running around. A couple Pias running around.
Yeah?
Yep.
Will Pia Jr.?
Relax, yeah.
What do you want, like boy or girl?
Maybe, yeah, boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl?
Yep.
Oh.
One could grow up to be a basketball player, baseball player. The other one could be a
Princess.
in the Olympics.
Oh, in the Olympics?
In the Olympics.
Because you're a pretty athletic guy, so.
That's right.
I mean,
Sure am.
I can tell right now, you're like a pro athlete. You're like a man of steel.
Well, when I was the younger days.
Yeah.
The younger days.
You played football, right? Did you play football or something?
Yeah,
in high school?
Yeah, but yeah, back in the old days, 4 touchdowns in one game. I'll never forget that.
4 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah, well, you know.
Did the other team show up?
Huh?
Did the other team show up?
They sure did. They got blown away. Pretty funny, wise guy. Douchebag.
Thanks.
All right, folks. You guys have been great.
What?
Thank you very much. Great time. Thank you. What's the name of the show? Did we name the show yet?
It's the Douchebags, isn't it?
The Douchebag or the Relax Show? Yeah, the Douchebag Show. Thank you. Hopefully you guys liked it. My name is Pia. I'm signing off. Thank you, folks. Hey, 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 the Douchebag. Hey.
We're actually not done with the show yet.
Oh, no.
No, you thought we were done. You thought we were done. You kept signing off, and then we're not actually done with the show
I'm
yet.
sorry, folks. I tried again. I'm sorry.
No, it was actually.
I'm sorry, folks.
No, we actually have a little. We're still not quite done. We got.
Beat me up, Scotty.
We still got some other things to talk about. We got some other things. We got to do a couple of movie reviews, and we have to. Is your microphone even on still?
Yep, it's on.
All right. We still got to talk about a couple of movies. And we got to talk about. You got to give your sports pick of the week as well a little bit later. That's not quite yet, but
all right.
we're going to be talking about that.
Week. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But first of all, we. I like how you just keep trying to sign off. I'm not.
I tried, folks.
You just keep trying to end the show.
Folks, you know.
I mean, it's obvious you're having such a good time because you just keep trying to. Thanks for coming out, folks, and thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure doing the show for you. See you next week. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
No, we're not done yet.
No,
please.
You can't tease me like that, please. Somebody help me, get me out of this mess.
I don't know why you folks got to get out. We've only been doing this for a half an hour.
Oh my God, it feels like for days I'm trapped.
Feels like a day and a half. Yeah, it's that's because we haven't been talking about the fun stuff yet. Fun stuff being, of course, the movies.
Movie of the week, yeah.
Since we're podcasting, excuse me, from Los Angeles.
And this is not live.
It's not live. It's obviously recorded. It's a podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Since we're podcasting from Los Angeles, we thought that we would do the most cliche thing possible with the show and give celebrity news, which we've already heard, and our views on some of that shit, and as well as talk about some of the shitty movies that are out there and what you should see and what you should avoid, both in theaters and on DVD or Blu-ray or HD DVD or what else is there? What other format? DirecTV or HBO or Showtime or Movie Channel or Stars or Douchebag or Cinemax. Everything it's all wide open. So basically, I don't know. You see any good movies this week, Pete?
No, not yet. I want to because I'm trapped here. I'm fucking trapped here. I'll go see maybe 30 Days, 30 Nights, a vampire movie.
30 Days, 30. Okay, 30 Days.
You know, there's a lot of vampire movies out there, folks, and there's been a lot of them made. But my favorite of all of them so far is The Lost Boys.
Really?
Yes, I liked that when I was a kid. I got scared at a couple scenes. Great movie. I'll never forget that movie.
That was a good movie. The two Corys at their finest.
That's right. Do you have that DVD?
I do have it, yeah.
Okay.
No, you can't borrow it. Because I won't see it again for another 10 weeks.
That's right, folks. They call me DVD Snatcher.
Well, you're half right. They call you a snatch.
Yeah, they call you douchebags. I'd rather be a snatch than a douchebag.
Right. You also saw True Romance recently.
Oh, great
That's pretty good. Really good movie. Good packaging on the DVD. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
I haven't seen that. And another friend of mine recommended me. Oh, you know, folks. Mr. Adam Beck told me about a movie called Heather.
Called what?
It's called Heather.
Heathers.
Yeah, because I told him that I saw True Romance.
Yeah.
He said I would also like Heather, so I have that on my list to watch. I don't know what I think it's about these girls killing another. I don't know, something cool. So we're watching that this week. Okay. All right, well,
Heathers is a good movie. It's with Christian Slater also. They're going on a Christian Slater-a-thon because Christian Slater's in True Romance, and then also in Heathers. What are you going to watch next? Pump Up the Volume? Is that what you're going to watch? What are some other Christian Slater movies you're going to watch? Interview with the Vampire was in that. There's a vampire movie.
No, I have not.
Yes, he was in that. He played the interviewer in Interview with the Vampire.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really remember seeing that many movies.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
Really?
Yeah. Almost as many as Kevin Bacon.
Wow, okay.
Maybe not that many, but I also bought this movie, The Perfect Stranger.
Oh, The Perfect Douchebag?
The Perfect Douchebag with Halle Berry and Bruce Willis.
Oh, wow. I might have to rent that from you.
I'd like to say something about one of the characters in this film. I don't want to give too much away about the film, but one of the characters, near the end, you find out he's really big in the
Oh, don't tell me. Hey, douchebag, I haven't seen it.
Well, I'm not going to give away any plot points or
Well,
anything.
it sounds like you are, but listen, I'm going to take this movie tonight with me.
I was 2 words away from finishing my sentence, okay? And I'm going to talk about how he was portrayed, basically. And this is like something that, as a guy who really likes bondage, okay? I'm a guy who's like into some really kinky shit, okay?
Whoa, what happened? What was that?
I said,
Folks, I gotta go.
I said, no.
I'm signing off right now, folks.
Not with you. I don't want it. I don't want any kinky shit
out of
with you.
here.
Oh God, here we go. Basically, okay, there's a character in the movie, okay, who's like into bondage, okay, and he's made out to be this freak, okay.
Oh, is this Bruce Willis? Because you say he.
I'm not gonna say who it was. There's other characters in the movie. It's not just Bruce Willis. So maybe not. But all I know is that in the media, like in movies and also on the news, you always see people like anybody who's interested in bondage or anything like that. They're always demonized.
They make it like worse than that does it sound.
Yeah, they always make like the people who are into something like who want a little flavor or a little kink in their sex. You know, they always make it out to be like kind of weirdos.
Oh.
Have you noticed that? No, you don't.
I have Pulp Fiction, like that, right?
Well, Pulp Fiction. I mean, the only movie I've seen that doesn't make them out to be complete weirdos, unfortunately, is a movie called East of Eden with Big Fat Rosie O'Donnell, where she goes to some bondage camp or something like that. It's stupid. The movie's stupid. It's a romantic comedy, and it sucks. I highly do not recommend it. I lowly recommend it.
Well, it sounds like you are because you made you said the movie, so it must.
I'm not recommending it. I'm not recommending the movie.
Sounds like you own the movie too.
I did not enjoy the movie. Look, I'm telling you right now, I didn't enjoy the movie.
Folks, we have a douchebag.
But you know, then you see a movie like 8mm, okay, with Nicolas Cage, that's about like snuff films and everything, and all of a sudden it's demonized.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta find the tape and all this shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole point is that I'm trying to make is that you know, I consider myself a mostly average person, and I'm kind of interested in. I love bondage.
Well, call some of these girls over so you can blowjob and relax.
And yet I can't really talk about it because like people they have these existing beliefs about people who are interested in bondage. I mean, even like that thing with that priest, okay, that showed up. You remember that it was like in the news like last week or the week before, where they did like an autopsy on this priest who killed himself.
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
Okay, well, they basically the priest killed himself like 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, and they just released like the autopsy report. And the thing was, is the guy, what he had done is he had accidentally asphyxiated himself. He had tied like a belt around his neck, okay, and he was dressed up in like two wetsuits, okay, and he had a dildo shoved up his ass, and he was doing all this weird freaky shit. He had, like literally, he had all this stuff, and it makes it appear as if the only time you hear about people with like kinks or anything. Personally, I don't care if a priest shoves a dildo up his ass. I really don't care. If that's what he's going to do, that's what he's going to do. I'm not a big fan of priests anyway, but if they're going to do it, let them do it. Okay? But the guy wound up accidentally killing himself. It was an accident. And they found his body with a dildo shoved up his ass. Now, that's not the way I want to be found when I die, and I certainly don't shove dildos up my ass.
Christ.
I don't shove dildos up my ass.
Oh, he did that to himself?
Yeah, he did it all to himself, and he died. Because he was choking himself while he was jerking off with a dildo up his ass when he was wearing 2 wetsuits at the same time. I'm surprised you didn't hear about this. Yeah, but they're like, they basically demonized the whole thing with bondage and everything as a result. And it's just because these are idiots doing it, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I have to say. And they also had like that one lady who was like a dominatrix, and one guy that she had tied up or something has a heart attack, and she doesn't call the cops for like 4 hours. Instead, she like takes his body and puts it like in a bathtub. And they're trying to decide what to do. And because she took the body and put it in a bathtub, they say in court that she intended to chop up the guy and like bury him in all different parts of wherever it was.
When was this?
This was like maybe a year ago.
What happened? This girl, the husband had a heart attack?
Yeah, well, this guy was like going to see a dominatrix. And while he was tied up and gagged and everything, he had a heart attack and died. And the dominatrix, apparently, I don't know, maybe she had some speeding tickets. I don't know what it was. Speeding tickets, she had something warrants out for arrest or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. This is all going off my memory, which is bad anyway. But I believe she actually took the body and she put it into a bathtub. before calling the cops a few hours later. And because she put the body in a bathtub, the cops supposed that what she intended to do was to cut up this guy and bury him in all different parts of wherever it was this happened, to get rid of the body, and that she had like a sudden change of heart or something, which caused her to call the cops or something like that.
Oh.
But that her original intention was to cut up the guy.
Oh my God.
When maybe that wasn't the intention at all. And maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was an accident, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But the point is that, the demonization of anything that's nothing short of missionary position, which I don't really agree with.
Yeah, wow.
So, but what are you going to do? That's a different topic entirely.
Jesus.
Lots of weird topics going on here.
That's right, folks. Well, we started off with movie of the week, and it got up to this point. I don't know what happened, but
I apologize.
folks, it's been great. I had a great time on our first show. Thanks for coming. God bless. And folks, thank you. The Douchebag Show, folks. The Douchebag. Hey! Douchebag.
We're not done yet. You still have your picks you got to talk about. I mean, we talked about a movie. Look, The Perfect Stranger. Don't go see it. That's
Don't go see it or go see it.
I was not that impressed by it.
You didn't like it?
No, Halle Berry pisses me off.
How about Bruce Willis?
He does a good job.
He does?
Yeah.
So see it for Bruce Willis?
I say don't see it. I mean, but there's just because one person gives a good performance. I mean, just because there's one good chef in a restaurant and the rest make shit tacos, I wouldn't recommend the restaurant.
Wow.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't go see it. Not that good.
Well, folks, maybe next week, if we're still around, we'll have our Halloween show, which is we'll be broadcasting. We'll have a couple girls over.
Will we?
They'll be walking fully nude.
Not sure what
in their
Pete's talking
Halloween
about.
costume, walking fully nude. And who knows, folks? It'll be first ever blowjob live. If I can get a blowjob from these girls, we'll be doing it on air.
I don't know if that's going to be a first or if it's ever even going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. I doubt it.
Yes, I want it to happen. Get the girls over next week. Get them in their outfits, fully nude, and get ready for them to start blowing.
Who says we can't build a good customer base, a good listener base with this kind of talk? Who says we can't do it?
That's right, folks.
I personally think that you'll be able to lead us to the promised land, Pia.
That's right, folks. I want these girls to come over. I want to be relaxed, and I want to do the show blowjob style.
Blowjob, okay. Picks of the week, sports. I don't know sports, Pia. Go ahead. This part's your segment. Go.
That's right, folks. My name is Pia, and I'm giving you the sports pick of the week. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun.
All right, here. I think we have some music for you.
Thank you.
Here you go.
I should have an intro music for
Yeah,
my sports pick of the week.
Here we go.
Douchebag.
Here we go. Here's your. How's this? Hold on. It's Pia's sports picks.
That's right, folks. That's right, folks. That's right,
There you go.
folks.
Pia's sports picks.
My sports pick for the next week, or for Sunday, will be Washington and Arizona. Arizona at Washington.
Hold on, we gotta type these up. Hold on.
That's right. Type this up, folks.
Okay. Washington.
And Arizona. Washington to
Arizona.
win. That's right, folks. You heard it first.
Washington to win.
That's right. And that's it, folks.
Now, hold on. That's it, folks. Underline.
How long do you have to type that?
I'm just-
Washington.
I know it's.
Take Washington, douchebag.
I'm typing my own comments here as well.
Yeah.
He is a douchebag. There we go. All right. Okay, got it all typed up. But why Washington? And
Because they're playing at home, you know.
who are they playing?
They're playing a douchebag team, Arizona, which doesn't know what's going on right now. They're on a losing streak. They got a quarterback named Kurt Warner, which is a douchebag.
So it's the Washington-Arizona game?
Yeah, it's Arizona Cardinals at the Redskins, Washington Redskins.
And who's the pick?
Washington.
Washington.
That's right, folks.
Washington to win straight?
Washington to win. I think they're favored by 8, so Washington to win big.
So Washington -8?
That's right.
Oh, Jesus. Seems pretty risky to me.
Yeah, you're a douchebag.
Okay,
all right, folks. Thank you very much for listening to the show.
Actually, I think you might be right this time. I think we're actually probably going to be done with the show at this point.
That's right, folks. Thank you very much.
So, thanks for...
Hopefully next week we'll be ready. New show next week, new hour maybe. Or maybe not.
Perhaps a new hour, who knows. So if you want
website coming soon, folks. We'll be making a website coming soon.
And actually, if you want to send us an email, if you're listening to this and you want to send us an email, go ahead and send it to... either Michael or Pia, P-I-Y-A, at t1k.com. Either one of those email addresses will work. Michael at t1k.com or Pia at t1k.com. And if we read your email...
How about this? Why don't we just get one? The Douchebag Show at TK1, folks. That's right.
T1K.
The Douchebag Show at TK1.
T1K.
Well, whatever.
Not TK1, that won't get there. T1k.com. Go ahead and send an email if you have any questions or anything, or want us to reply to anything on air and or on the podcast, and we'll be sure to address your questions as we have time.
That's right, folks. Get ready for next week. Girls in the studio, topless.
Girls in the studio, topless. Good night.